Well, conventional financial performance metrics, they are important. They do add value, gross margin, return on investment, valuation, liquidity. But with innovation labs, you need more of a balance when it comes to measuring success in metrics. So those quantitative metrics, great. They provide a service, so to speak. But then what is also important is kind of the other end or the other side of the equation, which is those qualitative metrics.
I think the three things stand out to me. Like basically, the culture is a big aspect here. The second is problem discovery management and how we solve the problems.
When we get into the non-financials, I'd like to think of kind of three main categories. You have your inputs, your throughputs, and then ultimately your outputs. Your input metrics, your throughput metrics to get you to your output metrics.
But I think in my role, we are primarily looking at the throughputs, so the work processes. But in that, I think the most important piece is just that shared understanding across the board, across team members and your leadership, business technology, so that there is that shared understanding around the throughput process and how we're getting to those outputs.
This is where business agility truly matters, right? Like it's business agility is about telling a complete story of our value that really connects with everyone involved. It's more than just sharing numbers. It's about showing how we strategically contribute, right? So when we use an innovation dashboard or call it innovation scorecard, instead of just financial reports, it focuses on key areas. And by key areas, I mean things like strategy and impact, building capability and culture, innovation progress, and the future value. Now, when it comes to innovation progress, we track, as we all know, we track the flow of ideas, experiments, and early products, or what we call MVPs. And this shows our lab is actively producing results. And we highlight how learning from failed attempts saves money and reduces future risks.
That I think is very important too when you talked about storytelling. So this holistic approach to blending qualitative and quantitative together in telling the story is super effective when it comes to innovation labs.
Like it's about demonstrating value through multiple dimensions, right? Constantly reinforcing the idea that innovation isn't just a cost, and the innovation lab isn't just a cost, but a critical strategic investment in the organization's future and its readiness and competitiveness on the long run, right? As a business agility consultant, I would say that sustainability is deeply tied to leadership commitment, learning culture, and continuous feedback. These three together super important.
The only thing I would add is this idea of psychological safety. So that's going to, if psychological safety is present, then that's going to encourage a culture of continuous feedback, having the confidence to bring new ideas to the table to fail. So I think that is the through line there of what Samir and Dom said.
Always to remember that innovation labs, they run in a different operating system in comparison to the hosting organization. If we use the same operating model to run an innovation lab, we're setting ourselves up to fail.
I've read from many Fortune 500 CEOs that are talking about culture, and some of them are starting to say things like that culture is becoming their superpower. And this emphasis that everything you just described isn't, it's something that is becoming a front runner for taking us to kind of the next 20, 30 years to get that competitive advantage, to kind of shore up our existence and ultimately to be successful.